On the 21st of August 2019, I wrote a list of unlikely things to happen with Warhammer 3, and I decided today, just, you know, tell you about them. Now then, these are unlikely theories, so that's meaning that anything that happens, like, all I'm about to say is really unlikely, so don't yell at me saying, oh, it's not possible. That's because, that's the entire point, you divs. Anyway, I also split up into two parts, like, part one, factions, which I'm going to talk about right now. Okay, the first one didn't happen, which was Wolfheart as a Kislev Lord, but let's change that for a moment. Any, uh, any weird things, I don't know, I'm not very good with Warhammer lore, but any Empire Lord that isn't an elect account could be a Kislevian Lord. It's unlikely, but yeah. Okay, my second point was basilisks and other Forge World uh, being part of the Chaos Dwarfs. Now, it's not unheard of CA taking the monstrous arcane and other stuff and putting it into other factions like the Vampire Coast. But I really want to see the basilisk. Okay, and I think the best hope for it is the Chaos Dwarf army. I think the Bone Ripper giant might be part of the Orc DLC because the Dreadsaurian became part of the Lizardman army, and that's something. Yeah. My next point was some Eastern factions will be combined into one because as much as people want Cathay, Ind, and Nippon, and some people want these snake people. What was it called? I'm trying to find it now. Kush, I think. Anyway, as much as people want Kush and other such stuff, it's the map is very limited, and it's Mortar Empires, it would be really cut off. They wouldn't put it on the Mortar Empire maps. The only way that you would see the Eastern factions is they combined them. Yeah. And what's more awesome than the army of samurai, snake people, ninjas, and elephant riders? Anyway, my next point with the factions was Dogs of War might be a horde army in the third game, which is becoming more and more likely as time goes on. Because, as much as we want to play Tilia, Tilian factions have more of a thing to do with the Civil Road and stuff, which is a big part of the Darklands, and also it kind of matches their gameplay when you think about it. Just you join their side, they you fight for the lords and whatever, and you can do whatever you want. Yeah. My second to final point with factions was the Demons of Chaos will be DLC races. Now, while it's a lot of people want the sort of them to be four separate starting lords, it's also likely that they be the four big factions in the Total War game. Well, that's just a theory. My final point with factions was you can upgrade your lords into masters like monsters like in Dawn of War, Dark Crusade, and Soulstorm. Yeah, if you upgrade the Chaos Lord enough, you ended up with a Demon Prince. But this could also work for something like Frost Fiends from Kislev, because one of the things that Kislevian winter sorceresses can do, I can't remember what their names are, is turn into a Frost Fiend, and that sounds like a Demon Prince. Anyway, my next part to this video was plot. Because like that's something that really needs discussing. Because like every single DLC for Warhammer 2 has a plot. Vampire Coast, Tomb Kings. It's like, yeah, so let's just dive into it and start off with the first point. Something to do with the Silver Road, because like that's something really important. The Silver Road and like trade routes to Cathay. Sorry, I'm just thinking like you called a faction after a type of restaurant. I know it's like Chinese for China and stuff, but I might be wrong for that. Anyway, yeah, so like maybe there's something lost in the Darklands that was being traded between the Cathay and the Empire and something like I'm just saying it something to do with the Silver Road because that's really broad and other such stuff. Anyway, let's get on to my second point. Malice, the god of anarchy, is the secret villain. If Demons of Chaos are the main factions, then who better to be a surprise antagonist than the god that wants to destroy them, and also the god that got its start in Warhammer. Anywho, Nagash is the main antagonist, is my third point, right? Yep. Nagash, like he's been teased a bit. Okay, like the Tomb Kings, if you complete the campaign, like you get I think it's his son who says, "Tell your master that I'm here," or something like that. I don't have a screenshot, sorry. But like if you complete the Luther Harkon campaign, like if you watch my Let's Play series, I can't remember if that's been uploaded by this time. Anyway, if you watch my Let's Play series, like there's this little epilogue which tells you, oh, there's a voice in his head telling him that he'd be the right hand of a god of death. Anyway, enough about that. My fourth thought was that there's going to be a surprise return or something. Like Archaon as may become a secondary antagonist because like bit of the Darklands is on the way to like the Empire. Yeah. He may make a cameo or something. Anyway, my penultimate theory is that the Vortex is still causing mayhem because like every Total or 2 DLC has something to do with the Vortex because messing with that just caused mass chaos. Like the Tomb Kings are rising again. The Vampire Coast kills the only thing protecting the Vortex. Anyway, let's just get to my final point. There may be a reference to Tumakan. I think the monstrous Arcanum, or I can't remember what his name is, but I can't actually say his name. Tumakan, like this massive Forge World guy who was kind of a big thing in the Chaos side of Forge World. It's like the majority of what they're gonna get their Chaos War from involves this guy's book, and it could revolve around him. And there could be DLCs and stuff, like Wolfheart, like Wolfheart was teased and stuff. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that. This is probably a bit of a ramble because I am going on holiday, and it was recorded like the day before, and I'm editing the video right after I stopped recording. So thank you for watching.